Hello and welcome back to ELV with Shamir. Today's session we will discuss about PCX78 hybrid alarm system. This is the Pyronix Hikvision product. The PCX78 is a hybrid alarm system. The control panel is suitable for small to medium commercial installations. These systems start with 8 wired inputs and can be increased to a possible 78 using our wired and wireless expansion modules. A maximum number of 8 independent areas we can program. Here I will show you installation of PIR, internal sounder, external sounder, keypad with the control panel. PIR, Passive Infrared Sensor, is an electronic sensor that measures infrared light radiating from object in its field of view. PIR sensor mostly used in security alarms and automatic lighting applications. PIR sensor detect general movement but do not give any information on who or what moved. PIR sensor are commonly called PIR or sometimes PID, Passive Infrared Detector. The term passive refers to the fact that PIR devices do not radiate any energy for detection purpose. They work entirely by detecting infrared radiation emitted by or reflected from the objects. Connection diagram of PIR with control panel. Here, consider upper part of the diagram as PIR side and lower part of the diagram as control panel side. In PIR side, need to connect power supply, alarm and tamper as mentioned in the diagram. Connect plus 12, ground, alarm positive, tamper negative by using a 4-conductor solid security alarm wire cable. Or you can use Cat6. But from my side, I am not recommending Cat6. In PIR side, short both 1K jumpers on the board. In control panel side, connect the power supply 12 volt and ground directly. If you have many number of PIR, then you can connect all power supply wires parallel. Then alarm positive to EOL and tamper negative to common. Consider the picture attached with this video. Here, PIR power supply, alarm, tamper and jumper connection on left hand side, control panel on right hand side with EOL, common and power supply. Internal sounder. Connection diagram of internal sounder with control panel. In sounder side, connect BA speaker plus 12 volt and ground. On panel side, BA connect with strobe, speaker connect with bell, then plus 12 to B plus and ground to B minus. Here in control panel side, B minus and TR need to be short. Consider the picture. Here, internal sounder board on the left hand side and control panel board on right hand side. Here, more number of devices which we can connect in parallel. External sounder. Connection diagram of external sounder with control panel. Consider upper part of the diagram belongs to external sounder and lower part of the diagram belongs to control panel side. In sounder side, bell, strobe, engineering hole need to be short, and then we need to connect these three with bell on panel side. At panel side, B minus and TR need to be short. Then B plus to B plus and B minus to B minus need to connect. Look at the picture. Here sounder side is not clear that much. Sounder you can see on the left hand side and control panel board on right hand side. External sounder to fix it on outside for alarming purpose which generate more sound. Keypad. This is one of the main input functional unit through which we can program. Mainly using RS485 bus control. Connection diagram of keypad with control panel. From the diagram itself, you can see minus D1 plus D2, D3 and D4. We can connect to the same port on the panel by using a 4-wire system. Consider the pictorial representation of keypad with control panel. Many number of keypads we can connect parallel to control panel to control different zones. Keypad is mainly using for arming, disarming, programming and fault detection purpose. DigiGPRS. DigiGPRS is the GPRS communication module for the Pyronix Hikvision control panels. Using DigiGPRS modem is a reliable and consistent communication method for the Pyronix control panels. DigiGPRS communication cable connect to the communication port 2 of the control panel. Communication port 1 in main panel using for PSTN connections. Then antenna connected and keep it outside the panel for better signal reception. 12-volt power supply using for GPRS that we can drive from the main control panel. Before inserting or removing a SIM card, please power down the enforcer system including battery. This is very important while using DigiGPRS module. Now we have connected PIR, internal sounder, external sounder and keypad. Then next we need to install 7Ah battery and transformer on control panel. See the diagram. Battery positive and negative terminals connect with positive and negative battery terminals on control panel. Similarly, you can connect a 12-012 transformer to the panel. To make panel tamper proof, you can connect tamper wire to the control panel. Installation part done. Now we can program using keypad. First we need to familiar with keypad button operations. Button A. Quickly exit a menu. Select area A. Change case when entering text. Button B. Move back to the previous main menu. Select area B. Button C. Move back to the previous option in a submenu. Select area C. Display additional information in the log. Delete letters or numbers when entering text. Button D. Scroll forward in the log. Select area D. Access the user menu. Press and hold to configure the keypad. Arrow keys. Move from one option to another while in a submenu. Move through text. Numbers. Select area. Also function as the same as the rest of the numbers. Tick button. Select items and enter into a submenu or option. 0. Enter a space when entering text. Select area 0. X button. Scroll forward in the main menu and submenus. When you have scrolled through all the options in a menu, return to the previous menu level. The engineer menu. The system is programmed from the engineer menu. To enter engineer menu, the panel must be in fully disarmed state. While in engineer mode, all tampered alarms will be disabled. Before navigating in engineer menu, we need to familiar with below keys. X, that means no. B, that is back. Tick, that is yes. A. Exit. C. Cancel. It is possible to access the engineer menu on any keypad that is part of the system. If you are in the engineer menu in keypad address 0, then other keypad will be displayed system busy. To enter the engineer mode, enter the engineer code. The default engineer code is 9999. By default, the screen will be like PCX, then type, like that only. So you have to enter engineer code 9999, then press on tick button. Then it displays the date and time menu. This is the main menu. If you click on X button on your keypad, then you can scroll to other main menus like LAN wireless devices, wired devices, like that. Okay, now we will check date and time. Here you can set up time zone, year, month, day, hours, minutes, etc. Now we can move to another main menu, LAN wireless devices. We don't have any wireless devices right now, so we are moving to program inputs. Here we can assign input number, input type. By default it will be 07, that means entry exit device. So here we can assign entry time, exit time, that means some delay times we can assign before arming and disarming. Okay, next input area 0, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, like that 8 areas we can configure. Then we can see in last enter name, enter location. Here we can assign area name, area location and all. Now we are moving to another menu, keypads and readers. Here you can address the keypad from 0 to 5. Then we can assign keypad device type, whether it is keypad or reader or it is not using or engineering keypad, like that. Or you can assign this reader is for arming purpose or disarming purpose, or it is for entry control or access control. Then device arm area, device disarm area, device in which area, device name, then location. These things we can set up in keypad and readers menu. Next main menu is program timers. Here you can assign entry time, exit time, bell time, bell delay time, stop time, etc. Next we move to communication menu. In communication menu there are 5 sub menus: app setup, network setup, ARC signaling, user SMS signaling, advanced communication. Now we are using SIM card, so we need to move to user SMS signaling. This user SMS signaling enables the PCX to signal via SMS messaging as well as SMS remote control. Now we move to user SMS signaling. It is the submenu of communication menu. Here you can assign user mobile number. Up to 20 mobile numbers you can assign. These mobile numbers can be entered with or without international dialing code. Similarly, you can assign a particular mobile number for different areas, and you can make the test call also. Now we covered almost basic devices connection, installation and programming part. If you have any further clarification, please comment below. Thanks for watching.